Freaks, it's Monday, July 7th, 2025. Coming up on the program today, my mom has become a meat-craving raging bitch. Plus, Know Your Roots, anime porn edition. A rapper blows up half of his hand in spectacular 4th of July fashion. And fake weather kills children. All this plus your voicemails today. Distorted View Daily proudly presents The Elderly performing karaoke.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Cha-la-la-la-la. Cha-la-la-la-la. This is how we do it. La-la-la-la-la. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. I feel alright. A party here on the west side. I reach for my 40 and a hurry up designated driver takes the keys to my truck. He says, "Jocks, cause I paid it. Ponies on the street, so you money and we made it. It feels so good in my hood tonight." The summertime skirts of the guys in the old guy on the gangbang squad got about to drive by. You gotta get yours proof on before you get paid. So tip up your cup and throw your hands up and let you be here to party. Say, I'm kinda buzzed cause it's all because South Central does it like nobody does. To all my neighbors, you got much flavor. Let's flip the track with the old screw back. This is how we do it. All hands are in the air. And a wave from here to there. If you don't G back, I don't want to be a player. You see, the hood's been good to me ever since I was a lowercase G. And now I'm big G. The girls see I got the money, $100 bills. If you were from where I'm from, then you would know that I gotta get mine in a big back truck. You gonna get yours in a second bar.
It's Distorted View Daily with Tim Henson.
And I love the aftertaste of semen in my mouth.
I just want to say, how dare you?
I'm gonna lose my mind today.
Hot Dog and Jumbo will not be seen this morning, so that we may bring you the following.
Yes, Tim Henson back here with you, baby, to start a new week of shows. Got a great one for you today. I swear to God, every day it's something new with my mom. It's like one calamity after another. My sister's going to have a nervous breakdown. You know, she's the one up there in Ashtabula, so she's like dealing with the day-to-day insanity. Then when she can't handle it anymore, she gives me a call. Makes me get involved, right? I don't know if I've talked about this very much on the free episodes or if I've talked about it mostly on Sideshow exclusive ones, but my mom is in rehab. This time she is going to beat that meth addiction. 5 times the charm, crossing my fingers. No, a couple weeks ago, she fell at her home and couldn't get up. And then while she was in the emergency room for said fall, she fell again. So they were like, you can't walk good. You're going to need to go to physical rehab before we release you. And it was this whole long process of getting insurance to approve this, finding a bed for her at one of these facilities. So she was in the actual hospital for about a week. And I didn't know this about my mom, but she's kind of a bitch. You get her angry enough, and she's just a miserable person. I mean, I don't blame her. You know, being stuck in the hospital for any amount of time is just horrible. She couldn't sleep well there. The food was atrocious. Last time I was up there, I kept smuggling in Arby's. She loves Arby's, by the way. That's like her favorite fast food restaurant. See what I'm telling you? She's sick in the head. There's a lot wrong with her. I talked to the doctor about that. I'm like, her favorite fast food restaurant is Arby's. Do you think maybe she has dementia? Or did she have a stroke at some point? No one's favorite fast food is Arby's, but whatever, she loves it. Compared to hospital food, Arby's is preferable. Every day I went to visit her, she was like, can I go home? I can't do this anymore. I can do one more day here and that's it. Luckily, she's an old lady, so then the very next day, she would say the same thing, right? I can only do one more day here. Eventually, enough days passed that the physical rehabilitation place had a bed for her, and she was happy enough to move. At least it's not the hospital. She just really wanted to get out of the hospital. Well, that happiness lasted about 24 hours. Now she's miserable at the physical rehabilitation place. The only good thing about it is it has better food than the hospital. The bad thing is, they make you do stuff, and my mom is not having any of it. She's like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to be there because I need to get my legs stronger. They're out there having me play tetherball in a fucking wheelchair. I'm like, whoa, Mom, and the 4 letters are flying. I'm like, they're probably just trying to get you moving, get your arms moving, get you prepped for the real hard work. Plus, they moved her over 4th of July weekend. And, I know, not a lot of physical therapy is going to happen over the holiday or the holiday weekend. I'm like, Mom, just give it a week. Let them do their thing. You'll finish your physical rehabilitation, your legs will be stronger, and you'll be able to go home. I remember when my grandmother was placed in a nursing home, she started saying the same exact shit. It's like, I hate it here. No one knows what they're doing. She'd call, the staff nicknames, these people are idiots. These 2 don't know what they're doing. I call them frickin' frack. I had quarters in my drawer. Now they're missing all of a sudden. They're stealing from me. I'm like, yeah, they're stealing a bag of quarters. It's like $5 in quarters. What you think they're going to risk their job for that? Why? to grab a bag of Doritos out of the vending machine? At the time, Grandma was 85. Isn't it more likely you misplaced the bag of quarters? Also, when I would go visit her, because I was a young kid at the time, my grandma would give me the bag of quarters. She'd be like, here, I've got something for you. So she probably gave me the bag of quarters last time I visited her. Then she forgot about it and just assumed the staff was stealing. Anyway, my mom's going through the same thing right now. She hates the staff. She leaves her door open because she wants to be able to see what's going on outside. Then she is also pissed off because of the noise. I'm like, but shut the door. Nah, I want to know what they're up to out there. They're working. They're going for, what does it matter what they're doing out in the hallway? I don't know what my mom thinks she's going to stumble upon. Yeah, I think they're terrorists plotting something. She's mad when these people go into her room, and she's mad when they don't. They just walk past my room. They don't come in. It's like, what do you want? She's just very unhappy there. To top things all off, she actually did catch them doing something wrong, so now she thinks all of her hunches are right. Kind of have to agree with my mom on this one. This was a colossal fuck up. They give my mom 18 trillion pills a day, probably just to sedate her from bitching at them. But my mom noticed, she's like, these don't look like the pills I normally take at home. Her cancer meds. And we were just like, Mom, these people know what they're doing. Plus, you've been prescribed some new stuff since you fell, blood thinners and crap like that, right? We were just at first we were just take the fucking pills and shut up, bitch. That kind of attitude. What do you know, old lady? Well, come to find out, they were giving her the wrong pills. She should not be taking Viagra, for instance. No, it wasn't that bad. Actually, it was worse. I think we have a lawsuit on our hands, quite frankly. Always looking for a big payday here. If you are a lawyer that works in, medical malpractice or just incompetence, please, well, I've got a great case for you. So when you go to these places, even when you go to the hospital, a lot of times they're like, bring the medicine that you normally take, which we did. My mom was given a month's worth of sample cancer meds. And we also have her new meds that are the actual good meds that she needs to start taking after the freebies are done. Her free pills we're going to run out in the next few days. So we gave them all the medicine and we explained, there's one type of medicine here that's in the bag that needs to be refrigerated. Clearly says it needs to be refrigerated. Told her it needs to be refrigerated. They did not refrigerate the fucking drugs, and I think they've been giving them to her in addition to the other. She's doubling up on cancer meds. I don't know what the hell's going on over there, actually. They're poisoning her, or she's growing new cancers, just new tumors all over her body. I don't know what happens when you take too many cancer meds, especially warm cancer meds that are supposed to be delivered cold. Bonus, those were the meds that cost $1,800. So We need to figure out if the medication is bad now, if it's spoiled, if it's poisonous. Like, I don't know why it needs to be refrigerated. There's got to be a reason for it until it's supposed to be refrigerated. It was left out for like 48 or 72 hours or something. So now I got to talk to the doctor and the pharmaceutical company and figure out if this medication is still safe for her to take, or if we need to order more and how much that's going to cost. Meanwhile, my mom is convinced the people at this rehabilitation center are incompetent at best and at worst just trying to kill her. And I'm not up there right now in Ashtabula because the only thing that could pacify her possibly is a French dip Swiss sub from Arby's, and no one will get one for her. I'm going to have to DoorDash that motherfucker. I mean, it's the only thing that's going to calm her down. Mainline that au jus sauce. All right, listen, I do have some audio I wanted to share with you today. We all made it through the 4th of July, hopefully with all fingers intact. That being said, I fully expect to start seeing 4th of July mishap videos start rolling in. Got a little appetizer here for you. This is a mother, really a Mother of the Year candidate. She's outside with her toddler son, and she lights some fireworks that he's holding. Again, this kid is probably 4 years old. The second she lights the fireworks, the kid freaks out because, you know, sparks and fires. He makes a beeline for the house. He's afraid, so he wants to run indoors while holding the lit fireworks. She goes, lighting it.
Stop moving.
Oh, well, she's trying to.
Hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Legend, come here! Come here!
And he's in the house just in time for the explosion. No word on how many fingers this kid is left with. I remember when I was young, my parents couldn't even trust me with sparklers. I burnt the shit out of my hand. Kids are dumb. They don't think, when the sparkler goes out, they just assume, fire's out. It's safe to manhandle, so I ended up with grill marks all over my hand, basically. From there on out, the only thing I was trusted with were those little white things that you snap on the ground. Even though that one doesn't involve fire at all, I still injured myself. I don't know. I was chewing them, blew out a tooth or two. Some real 4th of July happy memories there. Let's move on. Oh, I've got a real piece of history to share with you. Last week, we were playing some real insufferable spoken word poetry from a black woman who didn't like what she saw while searching for porn. She thought it was all very degrading to black people. Titles like, Black Thug Bitch Gets Fucked by Her Parole Officer, stuff like that. Meanwhile, I pointed out pretty much all porn is degrading in some way, shape, or form. I also found many examples of white bitches getting degraded, white guys getting degraded. Faggot, slut, bottom boy gets alpha cum seated in his stinkly wrinkly. I don't know if they use the term stinkly wrinkly. That's not super hot, but you get the idea. The other thing that a black female poet said was that the term black or ebony or whatever was the top searched term when guys look for porn, which is simply not true. I turn to Pornhub every year. They post their year in review, some insights. The most searched for term of 2024 was hentai. That's what guys want to see. Little cartoon Japanese girls taking big fat tentacle cocks up their twat or in their stinkly wrinklies. To me, this is an amazing stat. Hentai, anime porn was the most searched for term in 2024. We've come such a long way from it being this unknown niche porn. It got me thinking, what were some of the first examples of hentai porn to cross the seas, right? To make its way to America? I don't know exactly what the very first one was. I do have an early example of hentai porn. I guess I could just call it hentai. The porn is implied. Anyway, in 1986, Gonad the Barbarian was the second segment of Excalibur Films' 1986 Brothers Grime X-rated cartoon series. This is one of the first hentai ever dubbed into English. The VHS releases are now out of print, very hard to find. Ya boy Timmy Boo's got you covered, though. Interesting note, Excalibur Films still exists, but no longer has the American distribution rights to the hentai they dubbed. So let's take a listen to a little bit of this fascinating piece of hentai history. The cartoon begins with celestial shots of various, star systems and crap, planets.
It was at this moment in spatial history when an evil galactic army of sex bots, commonly known as gas, blasted its way out of the darkest regions of the rectal black hole of outer space.
All right, so it looks like the sex bots are going to try to invade Earth. Who is their leader? You guessed it.
Under the tyrannical leadership of Gonad the Barbarian, the sole purpose of gas was the cruel torture of the young nubile virgins, who they kidnapped from every region of the universe. And so begins this tale of erotic valor and evil decadence.
Yeah, back here on Earth, we're introduced to Princess Lamey. As she's walking down a hallway, she's pulled into a bathroom.
No reason for you to be alarmed. I'm Dr. Jerkoff from Earth. That's the American Secret Service.
Dr. Jerkoff, what's an agent from Ass doing on my toilet?
Valid question.
Well, the chief wants you to come back to Earth.
Hell no. I told the chief when I left, no more fucking ass for me. And I meant it.
But what you don't realize is that your country needs you.
Oh, the last time the chief told me that, I ended up with a yeast infection from an alien that looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy.
I am sorry, but you're the only one that's qualified for this mission. Your orders come directly from the Supreme Commander himself.
She's gonna have to fuck her way out of this predicament, huh? I have a feeling Gonad the Barbarian is gonna be plowing into Princess Lamey real soon.
Gonad the Barbarian has begun to encroach on the regions of space. And the whole universe knows that he and his galactic army of sex bots have only one thing on their minds. Sex, sex, and more sex.
Princess Lamey, I don't know why a princess needs to be fighting these battles, but okay, whatever. She's given some weapons to use in her fight, including a sword that looks like a penis.
See, we're in an era of administrative reform and cost-cutting. So in order to keep the cost down, we used a design from a dildo company that went out of business.
Right, the sword looks like a little dildo.
What you see now is the normal size. But if you rub it here like this, see what happens.
It gets bigger. And then the sword also has some additional tricks.
By pushing this little button here, the sword will shoot out a heavy, sticky fluid that will disable your adversary.
Surprise, surprise, it has a semen function. Anyway, Princess Lamey infiltrates Gonad the Barbarian's lair and finds her friend, what the hell's her name? Pussy L'Amour. So she tries to free Pussy from the jail that Gonad put her in.
Pussy L'Amour.
Who are you?
Leap in Leslie's. You mean you don't recognize me? I'm your friend, Princess Lamey. To the rescue. Here, put your arm around me and let's get the hell out of here.
Unfortunately, she's been found.
Welcome to my humble torture chamber, Princess Lamey. You honor me with your presence.
Gonad the Barbarian, I presume?
Now you hear that low moaning in the background? That's a dog. And it's implied that the dog eats her out as part of, I don't know, the torture.
Or maybe you'd rather play hide the sausage? You haven't had the pleasure of meeting Scotty yet, have you?
Yes, Scotty's the dog.
Oh, no, not the dog, no!
You don't like dogs, eh? They can be great fun. Okay, Scotty, ream her up.
So the dog, I guess, laps up her pussy, which you don't really get to see. You do witness the aftermath, which is just her pussy leaking out all sorts of liquid.
That's it. Enjoy yourself. Double the guard around the perimeter. More ass may have infiltrated our defense system.
I think at that point, all the guards take their turn fucking Princess Lamey and possibly Pussy L'Amour.
Okay now, Anna Sandy. Stuff your doom.
Oh, goddamn. Yeah.
I believe that command was stuff your doom.
Oh, God.
And He fucks her from behind. Meanwhile, she's also sucking some other guard's dick.
Please forgive him for the way he makes love. He's a little backwards.
I love how Gonad the Barbarian has that classic 1980s cartoon villain attitude. Yeah, you'll have to excuse him for the way he fucks you. If you don't like anal sex, you could always turn the other cheek. I'm sorry you have to be anally raped by my number 2. He just likes to get to the bottom of things. He-Man! Skeletor, I don't know. Oh, Gonad starts to eat her ass at some point.
No, stop! Stop!
Okay, no stop.
I'm sorry, I'm a bit hard of hearing. Did you say, don't stop? I'm only so happy to comply.
I bet this is what you want now, right?
Oh yeah, he found her sword, which looks like a dildo. So he starts to use that to penetrate her. But by using it, the sword shoots out of her ass and pierces Gonad the Barbarian. Well, that certainly backfired, didn't it? No, that's not funny. I'm in pain. And then, of course, there's a bit of an action sequence. It culminates with them fighting in space, and I think they shoot down Gonad's ship.
The American Secret Service! We're saved!
Just knew Gonad the Barbarian could never have kicked ass.
Kind of anticlimactic, really. I mean, think about how extreme hentai has gotten over the years. You know, disgusting monster rape. These are some very humble, sweet beginnings. The closest we got, I think, was the dog eating out one of these girls, making their pussy wet. But that's pretty much, that's the worst we got from this movie. Again, it's Gonad the Barbarian, the pioneering 1986 hentai. All you furious anime masturbators, you should know your history. All right, and real quick, before we get into the news today, I've got more audio from one of those asshole First Amendment auditors. They're always out there filming in public or in buildings and stuff, trying to get reactions out of people under the guise of protecting people's constitutional rights. And it's true. You know, if you're out in public, you can film whatever the fuck you want. In theory, like, I'm on the First Amendment auditor's side, but just the way they go about things, like their whole attitude is pretty shitty. But anyway, it always turns out the people who are being filmed are total jackasses too.
Go ahead, call the cops, because I'll smash that phone you've got right in your hand.
That's a guy who's all riled up because he's being filmed. Although, I couldn't even see him at the beginning of this video. He's so far away. There's literally no discernible features on this guy. He's like, I thought he was part of the background. You know, he's wearing khaki pants and a green shirt. He just looks like part of nature. He's upset, though, because he thinks, you know, the person who's filming this is targeting him. And he's like, you know, he sounds like a cartoon character, like Yosemite Sam or something. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna call the captain. Yeah, you did it.
Yeah?
And he gets closer to the camera. So now he's actually in frame, right? Now we can clearly see him.
You ain't allowed to photocopy me, motherfucking phone.
That has to be my favorite part of the interaction. You know, I always hate it when people are being videotaped and they're like, don't take my picture. Like, it's a video. It's not a picture. It's not a photo. You're not in a Sears portrait studio, you stupid bitch. You're being filmed, or more accurately, just video recorded. Regardless, that's just a pet peeve of mine. This, though, is 10 times worse. This really just shows you what an idiot we're dealing with. You don't got no right to photocopy me. You out here Xeroxing my ass. I don't consent to it. I don't want to be copied. I don't want to be collated. I don't want to be binded. That includes, but is not limited to, spiral bound, saddle stitched, or perfect binding. None of it. I don't want any of it. Like, dude, calm the fuck down.
Go ahead, frame me. I did.
Touch me.
I'll touch you.
The guy, the First Amendment auditor, already has his pepper spray out. What a little bitch.
Get away from me now.
I'm gonna beat your head in. Don't be filming.
Get away from me now.
Why? What are you gonna do?
Get away from me now.
You don't stop.
Well, he's holding pepper spray up to your head. I think you know what he's going to do.
You don't stop.
If you don't stop coming towards me, you get sprayed.
Go ahead, spray me.
Get away from me. Come at me again.
spray me.
Don't come at me, dude. Don't come at me, bro.
I mean, to be fair, the First Amendment auditor has given this guy multiple warnings.
Get away from me now.
Bubba continues to charge at the First Amendment auditor, so yeah, he got pepper sprayed.
Don't come at me, bro. Are you serious?
It's amazing how quickly the attitudes are changed after you've been pepper sprayed. He's pretty quiet. He's taking off his shirt, rubbing his eyes, trying to flee.
I'm going that way.
You better go that way.
Yeah, Cooter here is no longer charging at the First Amendment auditor. He's trying to go the opposite way. Look, I'm going to go this way. You go that way. I don't want any more problems.
Now.
What are you going to do?
Get away from me now. I warned you.
I mean, it does kind of seem like the auditor is now following this guy for additional content.
But if you keep following me, I will.
I'm not following you. I never even approached you.
Here's the thing. If he was just auditing, you wouldn't really have any need to post this on your YouTube channel and, monetize it. The point is you want people to see your content. And the type of content people are going to watch or want to watch are not just boring ass auditor videos where it's just like a camera filming a business for 2 hours, but confrontation, right? People screaming, getting angry.
Oh, you stupid motherfucker! Spray me in the face with that,
Yeah, only if you come at me like you did, I will.
I kind of like these videos because I don't have to root for anyone. I hate I hate absolutely everyone involved.
You don't come and threaten the camera guy.
filming me! Right there, right now! If they don't stop filming me, I'm gonna...
Now he's threatening me.
Yeah, again, the redneck guy is like, if you don't stop videoing me, you're going to what? We've already gone through this before. He's going to keep filming you, and you're going to get pepper sprayed when you approach him.
I didn't call that threat!
The video is too annoying because you can't understand what he's saying. And then there's bleeping every, 4 seconds. Further proof this stupid YouTuber just wants to monetize his content, right? It can't have any swearies. Advertisers don't like that. Meanwhile, Bubba's trying to prove that he is, in fact, a badass because even though he was sprayed, he's still there.
How does it feel? I'm still breathing and my eyes are open. So run your mouth some more.
Get away from me, bud.
And I'll beat the
away from me, buddy.
Stupid mother.
He's like, guess what, asshole? You didn't spray me enough. My shirt's off, my eyes are open, and as far as I can tell, I'm still breathing. I win.
You can't even fight without using pepper spray.
Springfield Police Department, dispatcher Morris.
Oh, yeah. And then to top it all off, the First Amendment douche calls 911. This is a situation he created himself, and now he's wasting 911's time on that. Well, there you go. Just, a day in the life of a First Amendment auditor. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre twist of the fucked up news right now. If you enjoy the Distorted View Daily podcast, I could sure use your help. Support this stupidity by becoming a true and honorable freak, and by that I mean a Sideshow member. Sideshow freaks get access to all sorts of exclusive content I produce throughout the week just for them, including full-length exclusive episodes of DV. Usually we do 2 of those a week. This week should be no different. So Tuesday, tomorrow, I'll be doing a full-length episode just for paying freaks. Also, throughout the week, I do bonus segment shows. These are like, 10, 15, 20-minute mini podcasts. And I've been doing 2 of those a week as well. Once again, just for Sideshow members, 4 exclusive shows every week. That's what you typically get when you become a member of the Sideshow. Memberships are very inexpensive, only $9 a month, even less when you opt for a quarterly, semi-annual, yearly, or lifetime membership. All major credit cards and PayPal accepted. Go to distortedview.com right now. Sign up. Thank you so much to all of my Sideshow members. You are the reason I'm able to continue doing this. One final way to help support the show, we've got a Patreon account, patreon.com/distortedview. You can pledge as little as $1 over there. Every little bit helps. Pledge at least $5 and you get access to a special voicemail line where I will play your calls first. All right, 2 very quick stories now. First up, earlier today we played audio of that child who was holding some fireworks, nearly blowing up his house. That was pretty entertaining. Now for something a little more gruesome. It's going to be a good year. The 4th of July stories are already rolling in. And this one involves a rapper. I don't know if I'd call him a celebrity, I don't know how popular this rapper is for those of you who enjoy the music. Do you know who 4 Extra is? It's an unfortunate name for this rapper because this poor guy now has 2 fewer fingers. That should be his new rap name, 2 fewer. Or 2 fewer, 2 less. I don't know. The jokes just write themselves, right? Rapper and podcast co-host. Oh, no, not one of my brothers. My brothers in podcasting arms. We're not a smart bunch, so this does not surprise me. Rapper and podcast co-host 4 Extra. Sorry, that name. Reportedly suffered severe injuries to his hand during a fireworks accident on Independence Day. By the way, go on Twitter, now known as X, and just search for the name 4 Extra, the number 4, and then XTRA. You will see photos of his blown off hand. I mean, it is mangled. The incident occurred shortly after 4 Extra posted a video to social media in which he held several unlit fireworks and joked, "Who wants to get blown up today?" Answer, of course, he did. I have that video here. Listen to how cocky this motherfucker is.
I'm gonna blow a nigga up. Fuck wrong with
he gonna blow one up, all right.
I'm gonna blow a nigga up. Fuck wrong with a nigga. Dead homies, nigga. It's the 4th, I'm gonna blow a nigga up. I wanna get blown up today, nigga. Fuck wrong with a nigga off the back, I'm blowing a nigga up. Stop playing CDs, nigga. I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga.
Yeah. He doesn't have a good aim, apparently.
I'm throwing them in your house. I'm throwing them at you, nigga. Vernon Avenue, nigga, off the back. I'm blowing your ass up. I'm blowing somebody up today off the back.
My God, I mean, that is just too perfectly hilarious, you know? I mean, he did what he set out to do, kind of. A fucking fool. Hours later, after he posted that video, an image of his bloodied and bandaged hand appeared on the social media account for No Jumper, the podcast he co-hosts, accompanied by a caption claiming he had reportedly blown off his hand. Fellow No Jumper host Adam Grand Maison, I guess, known publicly as Adam22, later clarified the extent of the injuries, writing on X, "I'm hearing that 4 Extra only lost 2 fingers, not the whole hand. Also, he was blind for a few hours, but apparently his vision is black. I'm back. I'm sorry. That was totally unintentional. His vision is back." While 4 Extra himself has not publicly commented, his sister Emily launched a GoFundMe campaign. Apparently the podcasting industry as a whole is not doing too well. No Jumper podcast doesn't pay much. They had to start a GoFundMe campaign to help cover mounting medical costs. On the 4th of July, 4 Extra was injured in a firework accident, she wrote. Medical care can be incredibly expensive and add up very fast. The fundraiser described 4 Extra as someone who lights up... Oh, Jesus. Poor choice of words. He lights up every room with his humor and energy and encourages supporters to donate, pray, or share the campaign. Hey, I'm doing my part. I'm sharing it, right? As of Saturday, the effort raised just $700 of its $28,000 goal. 4 Extra joined No Jumper as a host in January, shortly before the podcast network experienced a string of setbacks. In April, Adam22 announced significant layoffs at the company, citing major L's in recent months, including the sudden removal of No Jumper's Instagram account after nearly a decade online. The network also faces legal action from a former employer who has accused the company of workplace misconduct. Despite the challenges, he said he remains optimistic. How did this become a story about the podcast network? Supposed to be talking about this guy's blown off hand. Anyway, despite the challenges, Adam22 said, aside from the layoffs, I'm feeling pretty happy about the changes. I think we'll be in a solid financial position again soon. Well, that's great for you, says the man who still has both of his hands. For poor 4 Extra, the future remains a little more cloudy. Second story we have for you today. I hate to talk about politics, but I have to because I love America. Don't get me wrong. I feel as a whole, this country has a lot of good things more than bad things. I'm not one of these people. I hate this country, right? I love it. That being said, guys, should I move? Am I safe here? I just feel like something has changed, and Like, it doesn't seem to be going in a great direction. And not in just, like, the normal political ways. Like, oh, you know, some laws passed that I don't like, so I'm going to cry about it and threaten to move. I'm talking about, like, you know, just people, like, everything has gotten so dumb. And people are just going along with dumb. Willing to be dumb. Normalizing dumb. And then dumb policies come out of it. And it's like, what the fuck is going on? Now, like, I'm going to read this headline and you're going to be like, well, this isn't a real politician. This is just a candidate. But people in Congress believe this. Congressional candidate sparks outrage by claiming Texas flooding is fake. A Georgia congressional hopeful aligned with the MAGA movement is drawing intense criticism after suggesting that the devastating flash floods in Texas, which has killed dozens of people, like I think up to like 70 people are dead, that was apparently all fabricated. Candace Taylor, currently running for a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives, posted a message on, you guessed it, X, formerly Twitter, over the weekend that read, fake weather, fake hurricanes, fake flooding, fake, fake, fake. Her remarks were made as rescue efforts continued across Texas. I just saw a video of a house like being swept away, like people inside screaming like, oh my God! I think they died. I don't know, like it's horrible. Fast rising waters have led to the confirmed deaths of at least 30 people at the time of that article, including 9 children. Authorities say roughly 25 children from a nearby summer camp remain unaccounted for. Maybe that house was part of the camp. I don't know. Taylor doubled down shortly after her initial post, writing fake weather, real damage, and then elaborated further. This isn't just climate change. It's geoengineering, cloud seeding, and intentional manipulation. If manufactured weather leads to the real loss of life, that's not a natural disaster. It's murder. Start praying. You know who we need? And I strongly suggest Trump appoint this guy as like weather czar or something. T. Chase. He could make the hurricanes disappear in a matter of 2 minutes. Clue disappear. Boom, no more rain, no dead children. After facing some backlash online for her statement, Taylor doubled down. She just responded to critics by writing, I'm not taking anything back. Just because leftist lunatics twist words doesn't mean I'm changing mine. You're all brainwashed. Taylor's X profile identifies her as a Christian, Georgian, MAGA, Jesus, guns, and babies. She's filed to run for Congress in 2026. Now, again, you may say, Tim, this is just some lunatic who says she's running for Congress. Anyone can run for Congress. I've interviewed lunatics who said they're running for Congress. Well, a lunatic who's already in Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene, has introduced a bill tackling weather modification. Basically the same fucking shit this, congressional hopeful is talking about. Quote, here's what Marjorie Taylor Greene said. Quote, I'm introducing a bill that prohibits the injection, release, or dispersion of chemicals, chemtrails, or substances into the atmosphere for the express purpose of altering weather, temperature, climate, or sunlight intensity. It will be a felony offense. And then, both hilariously and ominously, she wrote, I've been researching weather modification and working with the Legislative Council for months writing this bill. Even if you don't believe in the extent of harm climate change is causing, isn't it kind of nuts that they can't admit that climate change has had any effect? You ask these people about climate change and they're like, hoax! It's a hoax! It's fake news, not real. The climate is always changing. It's natural. Climate change is a hoax, right? So they'll say that, but then it's more likely to be true that a mad scientist has a weather-altering machine that he's using to get liberals elected. Yes, it's got to be the Marxist, socialist, communist creating thunderstorms to make the Republicans look bad. That's not out of the realm of possibilities. That's more likely to be true than climate change. Marjorie Taylor Greene made headlines last year when she suggested Democrats were able to, quote, control the weather in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene, prompting then-President Biden to condemn what he called irresponsible and beyond ridiculous falsehoods. Well, who's laughing now? Marjorie Taylor Greene is still an elected official, and Biden has ass cancer and he's stuck in a nursing home. Let's go, Brandon! Let's go, Brandon! The other thing that happened recently, and this has nothing to do with hurricanes or weather manipulation, but it made me think, something is happening to the U.S., and it's, like, scary in a weird way. The fact that Trump wants to have a UFC fight at the White House, and I know, like, a lot of people will email me anytime Trump says or does something crazy or suggests something crazy, and they're like, oh, he just says these things to get people riled up and talking, but, like, he does follow through with a lot of the nuttiness, so this very well could happen. Speaking at a campaign event, why is he still campaigning? He's like, you're president of the United States. You've won. Whatever. At a campaigning event in Des Moines, Iowa, Trump teased the possibility of holding a live UFC event on the South Lawn during Independence Day in 2026. It's all to celebrate America's 250th birthday celebration. Quote, we're going to have a UFC fight on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. According to Trump, the event could draw an audience of 20,000 to 50,000 people and may feature a championship bout. The UFC later confirmed to NBC News that such an event is being considered, though no official details or timeline have been released. You see what I mean? Like, it's concern. I don't know why it's concerning. It does sound like a fun time, a UFC event on the White, but it's also, like, insane. Like, it's weird, not professional, not dignified. I can't believe I'm concerned about what is dignified and not, but it just seems weird to me. It's like, oh, America is fucking cooked. We're not like a real country anymore. We've literally become a reality show. I think we're all bit players in some weird-ass alternate reality Bravo television show. A spokesperson for the UFC said more information would be shared in due time. Oh, I can't wait. Former UFC champion Conor McGregor, we featured his sister recently on the podcast, who last fought in 2021, appeared eager to participate in the potential White House fight card. I would be honored, McGregor posted on social media. Count me in. Now, do you think it's a possibility that these fucking grumpy-ass, sore loser liberals will turn to their weather-altering machines and create a tornado that sweeps through the UFC ring on America's 250th birthday as this fight is being televised? I think these Democrats are just evil enough to pull it off. Once again, that's why Trump needs to pull out his secret weapon.
See this cloud? I make videos where I'm able to control clouds by my psychokinesis, psychic power. I'm going to try to turn this cloud into a square-shaped cloud. Make this cloud into a square-shaped cloud. By psychic power, turn it into a square-shaped cloud. Cloud, become a square shape. 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 Cloud. Cloud, become a square shape. Turn into a square shape, cloud.
I mean, it's not really a square.
Turn into a square shape, cloud.
He sticks with it, though. Look, cloud manipulation is hard work. He gets it into a... I mean, the cloud's constantly changing shape as it flies across the sky, and he finally is happy with it, I guess.
See the clouds becoming more a square shape?
Maybe if you squint.
Cloud, become a square shape, cloud.
Okay. Well, look, if he can make a cloud into a square shape, he can make a hurricane go away. Hurricane go away. No more rain. No more flooding. Flood go away. Flood. I'm sorry. Flood go away. Flood vanish. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Monday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. All right, love to hear from you freaks. Many ways to contact the show. Show at distortedview.com. I'm all over social media at DistortedView on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook.com/DistortedView Show. Oh, I'm getting backed up with these patron calls, so let's blow through a few of those.
Timmy Boo, what you do? It's Sweet Rectum Ralph up in Dayton.
Hello.
It's been a long time since I called.
Love to hear from you.
Reasons to need to, but it hasn't been for lack of listening, just haven't done it. I wanted to, real quick, shout out to Mama Boo. Sorry to hear she's not feeling well. All of the love from this family. to...
now she's not feeling well, and she's angry.
She feels better.
Vicious combination.
My wife is from Northeast Ohio, and so anytime I hear Mama talking, I hear that accent, too, same as from all my sisters-in-laws.
You recognize it?
I haven't called in a while, like I said, but a lot of evergreen things. However, one more comment on your mom that I did want to bring up. You were talking about the samples, as far as the doctor having medicine samples.
Yeah.
My doctor always had them, too. My mom knew about it and kind of almost had free will, was allowed to go into that cabinet any time. What they do is the drug salespeople always bring a bunch of samples.
Pharmaceutical reps and salespeople.
It's kind of the here, try this for your patients kind of thing.
Yeah, they're drug pushers. They're like crack dealers,
and
really.
The doctors
first hit is free.
We'll just store them away, and then if they have a patient who needs some, they just get them so that they can have the free stuff whenever possible. So that's where that came from.
Well, it certainly helped us out because, we needed a month or so to fill out all the paperwork and submit the stuff for, financial assistance for this other medicine. So that was awesome. So the first month or month and a half or whatever, she didn't have to worry about it.
No way in hell, sir. No way. Okay, there's one way. Lots and lots of money is the only way I would, quote, take one for the team and...
Oh, fuck mead? Yeah.
Have an encounter of a sexual nature with mead.
How about a lifetime membership? Could I dangle that in front of you?
Otherwise,
what if mead is like hung like a horse?
No.
You ever think of that?
Yeah, because I don't think you could even if he called himself Shelley and tried to be passing, I don't think he could ever pass.
What if he ends up to like being one of those guys with like the largest dick? You know what I mean? And he could like totally do porn and stuff. Oh, what a waste. Somehow I don't think meat is hung. I've seen him in his underwear in those weigh-in videos. By the way, in his most recent weigh-in video, he has gained a little bit of weight, so we're on the upswing again.
No.
The cycle continues.
If he doesn't talk about sex all the time, doesn't mean he's not gonna like suddenly be different if he has sex.
Yeah. Once he dips his wick, once he gets a taste for the finer things in life, and by that I mean pussy. He's gonna become a cockhound. I know it.
Hello, faggot. It's Unicorn Hamster checking in. I see that you...
Did I say cockhound? He's gonna be a pussy hound.
Added a new... what do you call it? An audio thing?
An audio clip?
The introduction of the show, and you put on...
I try to add them in. Ever since someone called in and said, hey, you need to add some more, I try to find stuff.
Donald Trump saying they don't know what the fuck they're doing, and that's the one thing about... I never voted for Donald Trump. I don't agree with his politics.
Yeah, but now that he's playing in that UFC fight on the South Lawn, that changes everything, right?
But that is one thing I do like about him. I think presidents should have swore. I think I would have...
at first I was with you. I agreed with you. Like when Trump first came out and everything, I thought it was funny. But now I'm like, it's just... I don't know. Like, I kind of just want, like, a normal-ass, like, someone who holds back a little.
Enjoyed.
Just acts dignified. It's just weird, right? Because no other leader is like that.
President Reagan,
like having a drunk uncle as the president, Just, like...
Calling, I don't know, blacks monkeys. I did show you an audio clip of that on Twitter.
Yeah, we played that on the show,
but
of course.
I would have enjoyed hearing him talk, just F-bomb or Clinton or Bush or Obama.
Well, you know what? That is true. We did play audio of Obama's... What did he say? Kanye is no, it was just jackass. Kanye's a jackass. And we lapped that shit up, right?
We only got the President Trump. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, and I could...
That I kind of like, though. That particular line wasn't too bad.
Pretty much our whole government.
Yeah, no one knows what the fuck they're doing, it seems like.
Hey, Timmy Boo, it's Hachimachi here. I'm chilling with my girlfriend and playing Call of Duty. and we were listening to the show. We were having a good time and enjoying it. When all of a sudden, fucking Unicorn Hamster called.
Did he derail the program?
I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I never know what the fuck he's talking about.
Well, like today, he made sense. I totally followed everything he was saying. I think sometimes maybe he calls in a little drinky or something.
He talks way slow, and it's a test of patience in and of itself.
How about this? The next time I play one of these where I don't understand what Unicorn Hamster is saying, I'll speed up his voice and do it at like 5 times the speed, just so we could get through it faster. Let's do one more call.
Hey, Timmy Boo. Goonsbader Jizberg calling in. Just thought I'd call in and kind of just give a quick little checkup on your mother, see how she's doing. I hope she's doing well. You mentioned in a previous episode on the 23rd that she was in a chemo chair but not taking chemo.
Okay, I think I was wrong on that one because I don't even know what's going on anymore. So, my sister, when my sister called me to tell me about it, what she was doing, because it was just like sprung on them, like, oh, you need to go do this in a chair for 2 hours or whatever, and they called it a chemo chair. But since then, I don't think it is chemo. It's something else. It's like immunotherapy or something, like to keep your body healthy, or like something about with her immune system, I think. I don't know. She has another appointment tomorrow for that thing. I guess we should really figure out what it's for.
Given the fact that my uncle had severe esophageal cancer a while ago, it sounds like she might be taking immunotherapy.
Yes!
Which is not...
Yeah, okay, you're right. Okay, chemo. You guys know more about what's going on with my mom than I do. I'm going to rely on you guys for these things.
It's not like, chemicals out there to hunt down the cancer. It's chemicals out there to more or less activate your immune system to fight it.
Beef you up.
And it is very helpful in certain cases, and hopefully it's helping out your mother. But
yeah, well, she's not happy about that. She's not happy. Like, it doesn't hurt her or anything to do it. She just, I think, is bored. And she refuses to do anything right now. That's the other thing. Like, my mom is just like, we're like, hey, do you want your puzzle books? Whatever. Or your phone to pass the time. She's like, no, I don't want to do anything. Like, she just stares at the fucking wall or watches TV or whatever. It's like, come on. It'll be so much better if you're in this physical therapy place for 2 weeks if you had something to pass the time,
I thought I'll also mention...
She's just being very, very stubborn.
I'm going to bring up again the idea, the little podcast packs, finding certain themes and
yes.
past characters in the show. And I thought it might be an interesting idea if you were to, somehow compilate all of the...
Ooh, compilate?
Mom reads a Craigslist ad... Or any sort of shows that featured your mom where
Yeah, I wanted to do that, and I guess it's a lot easier now that we have the Blackulator Caucasiatron. I would love to do a mom special. I was thinking, if God forbid something ever happens to my mom, I would love to pay tribute to her in that way, but I would not be able to compile that myself. I would be a mess. So maybe if I find some time, I can work through the archives, or maybe you guys might want to help out. If you can either compile it or just let me know if you're listening to an episode of this show and it features my mom, just jot it down and email it to me. Just be like, hey, your mom was on this episode. That would be great. Because, what the world needs now is more of my mother.
Put her on game shows and stuff in the past.
Oh, yeah. Cunt or Vegetable. We played with her.
Those
that
are
was
by far my favorite episodes of a decade plus ago. And it'd be something I would definitely pay for if you compiled them in a little...
Oh, that's right. The whole idea was to compile these as packs and then sell them as specials or something. Very good idea. All right. Well, thank you very much to all of you for sending in voicemails. Keep them coming. I swear to God, I'm working through all the voicemails. If you've called in, yours will be played. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me? I'm just looking at the time. It's already 55 minutes. The whole point of me doing only 2 news stories a day is because when my mom got sick, I was like, oh, I need to start recording more than one show a day, bank some of these. So when I go up to Ashtabula, I can just play the episodes that I've already recorded. And as what always happens is I can't stop fucking talking. And these 20 to 30-minute shows are now back up to a fucking hour, even with me doing one less stupid news story. So we got to get back on track there because I got to record more shows. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, thank you guys for sticking with me. That is all the time we have on this edition of the show. I want you guys to email me, show@destroyedofyou.com. Destroyedofyou.com is our official website. Voicemail line for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GOD. Is it God?
Pussy L'Amour.
Spread the distortion. STD. Tell all your friends about the program. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, a thumbs up, or like wherever you can rate and review podcasts. I will be back later today with a bonus segment just for Sideshow Freaks. Tomorrow's show is also Sideshow exclusive, so be on the lookout for that. It's a great time to sign up. If you're not yet a member, go to distortedview.com right now. Otherwise, I will see you back on Wednesday. Until then, have a great day. Bye, everybody!
I refuse to walk around with people that'll speak to you. Hey, Anetta, how you doing? But then as soon as you walk by, that bitch, I will not do it to myself anymore. So if you're confused about what I'm saying, listen very carefully. I quit this bitch.
On the big station, 93 BLX.
This has been another excellent podcast from the Scribe Media Group. Learn more at scribe.net.